Yeah, so
They-
hard.
Right, so I guess now it's Inspector Field or something like that, so.
Right, okay.
Yeah, there must be some switch, because
There
it
is
has
some
never
switch,
come
I remember.
before us before,
Yes, right.
so
Right,
we've
we never
never.
used to start and finish at Hubbard Park Lodge.
Because they're going to be
Serve.
selling the beer this time,
Right.
or fundraising.
Got it, okay.
Yes, under 400-5, there's talks about intoxicating liquor, it says to otherwise banned in the parks except without the written authority of the jurisdiction of governing body.
Right. Yeah, I'm not commenting on whether I would support it or
Oh,
not,
yeah.
it's simply that it was
Yeah, you know.
complete,
I figured chicken dinner has beer too, so just so you know. Okay, so we have a motion to defer and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. 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 Any opposed? Nay. So motion carries 6-1. Next
Can I
item.
ask-
Oh, sure.
Can I ask for a clarification here? So then who will be communicating then? Okay, great, thanks.
And then do I have to make a motion for a future item for consideration? Or
No,
would
no,
I-
we're bringing it back.
Yeah.
So I'll bring it back when they provide the information.
And we defer to the next agenda?
Yes.
Okay, so the next item that, was there more? Nope, we're done. Okay.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
So what's H?
All right.
Okay, sorry.
So the next item on our agenda is a public hearing, which is, which we do not have any today. And then item 8 is citizens to be heard. If there's anyone in the audience that would like to speak on an item that is not on today's agenda, please feel free to step up to the microphone and state your name and your address. Did anyone want to speak? Okay. Seeing that there are none, we'll move on to new business. The first item for 9A is consider resolution 2019-09 supporting state of Wisconsin levy limit exemptions for consolidated dispatch centers. This will be a motion and a roll call. Yep.
I move to approve resolution 2019-09 supporting the state of Wisconsin levy limit exemptions for consolidated dispatch centers.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say, oh, it's a roll call.
Trustee Matter.
Aye.
Trustee Warren.
Aye.
Trustee Carpenter. Aye. Trustee Menta. Aye. Trustee Bachhorst.
Yes.
Trustee McKay.
Yes.
President Rossi.
Yes. Motion passes 7-0. Next item for business is 9B, consider resolution 2019-10 authorizing the partial redemption of taxable general obligation corporate purpose bonds serial 2010B. This is the second meeting, or did this just go to committee? So this is the first meeting. Did we meeting one? It says meeting 2, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, so meeting 1 was at the standing committee, meeting 2 was here.
Okay. Should have read that up. Okay.
I would make a motion to approve resolution 2019-10, resolution authorizing partial redemption of taxable general obligation, corporate purpose bond series 2010B.
Second.
Usually for committees, maybe we have was there a recommendation coming out of committee and then just a small?
Recommendation was to approve the redemption.
3-0.
I don't remember the vote, but I think it was 3-0.
Just so we can put it in the.
Yeah, we were all
in the
in
minutes.
yeah.
That's how we memorialize it. So, okay, and is anyone here, does anyone have any questions for it? No. So I have one question. If we're calling in the bonds, can you just, in 3 sentences, just tell me what that means?
Well, these bonds became eligible to be called last year. It doesn't make a lot of sense to do a refinancing on them. However, TID 1 is accumulating sufficient reserves to be able to satisfy that portion of the bonds. So we've worked with our bond folks and we're recommending we call the TID 1 portion of that. It saves a substantial amount of interest that would otherwise have to be charged against the TID 1 district. Fairly straightforward in my opinion.
So my only other question, just in general, is if we ever had to do a loan or TIF, meaning take money from one because one went negative, would this balance?
No.
Okay, thank you. All right. Do we have a motion? Yes, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Oh, roll call.
Trustee McKay.
Yeah.
Trustee Mendoza. Aye. Trustee Warren.
Aye.
Trustee Bachler.
Yes.
Trustee Carpenter.
Yes.
Trustee Marshall.
Aye.
President Rosick.
Yes. Motion passes 7-0. The next item on the agenda, thank you, Mark, is to consider expending funds for crossing guards. Chief or Rebecca or?
We're going to check out with Assistant Chief Korea.
Okay. Hi, Chief.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. So, just a cue, Assistant Chief Korea, in front of your seats is a memo that was distributed by email later in today that has some updated information. If you can walk through, you can appreciate that most people probably haven't had the opportunity to review this. So, I'll turn it over.
Okay, so as everybody knows, the WPPS notified us yesterday that, well, actually they did, we got notified by another agency that doors were closed. And we had to come up with a plan to get the guards out there today, whether it be through us or somebody else. We were able to do that. We started talking early on last week about this. We met with the school board, and not the school board, but with the superintendent and Rebecca, and we started brainstorming some things here if they were to fail to show up. And what we did was, we kind of looked at what other communities were doing, and what we found was Bayside, Fox Point, Glendale, River Hills don't offer any crossing guards. Brown Deer does. They are paid and through the school district employees. Same thing with Whitefish Bay. Wauwatosa was contracted through WPPS. Paid, City Hall took care of them, West Dallas the same. South Milwaukee was overseen by the police department, along with Greendale, Cudahy, West Milwaukee. And Waukesha was part of the city, and Menominee Falls Police Department. What these other departments are doing, we don't know exactly. I think they scrambled, kind of like we did last night, to come together with a plan. And they managed to get through for today, maybe for the week, but looking for something to finish up the school year.
And what did we do today? I'm sorry.
Today we had 3 police personnel on the corners and 7 school district personnel.
Trustee Carpenter, do you want to ask a
Yeah,
question?
there were crossing guards, like the regular crossing guards.
You know, they also showed up, a couple of them, and they did that on their own free will.
So are they being compensated? I mean, is my daily interaction with one of them is wonderful, and I just want to make sure that those ones that did show up on their own free will are being compensated for.
And I'm not certain how that would work.
We haven't authorized compensation for them. We could tonight, but I don't think we have yet.
But as we're discussing it.
Yeah, they felt bad, and they took the initiative. The kids see them every day, and that's part of their job, and it was great that they were there, but it helped us out.
Yeah.
It showed a little faith, I thought, good faith. So I guess moving forward, I guess I don't know if you had a chance to read what the guidance is as far as the state statutes and ordinances, but basically what we're doing is trying to find an option to move forward for the next 57 or 56 days that we have left in the school year. And the first being is that we could select a different vendor, but that becomes a little troublesome because it's going to take minimum 5 weeks to get them up and running. They have to get employees, get them hired, get them trained. All the contracts have to be put together, so it becomes very time consuming. And plus the hourly rate did go up to $26.42, just roughly about $100,000 a year. The other company did not get back to me with a final number, but they were, I think, pretty much in the ballpark of the same price as last year. And he told me it would take about 5 weeks or better to reconcile and get everything put together. It also could, as an option number 2, is that the crossing guards that we currently have now, which 7 have said that they wanted to come work for us and continue around with the job, because they like being here. So with that being said, it is something that they can become a village employee at some would make between $10 and $12, depending on how long they've been there.
How does that happen though? I mean, legally, just to create positions temporary or not mechanics?
Well, the chapter 125 contemplates.
Can you speak more loud,
Sorry.
because I can really hear you.
Into the microphone.
Yeah, no, well, chapter 125 of the code under personnel talks about method of appointment. It says the seasonal employees, traffic crossing guards, and other special part-time employees for whom it is impractical to use civil service method shall be appointed by the village manager, and then salary and conditions of employment are discussed in 125-24, and then also duties of traffic crossing guards are listed in 125-25, and it says training and supervision shall be under the direction of the police department in cooperation with the village manager, the traffic safety commission, and the village board as well. So it's a collaborative process. And,
In case.
you know, it's, well, it would be, it also references some here, subject to budget limitations. And my understanding is based on how much is remaining of the budgeted amount, at least that would be available at this point. The remaining amount that would not now be paid to the third-party contractor in this particular case has already been budgeted. So you have that amount hanging out there.
So I mean, we have the money budgeted, we wouldn't exceed the budgetary authority at the time, at this moment, to hire the 7.
Correct.
I asked Mark before the meeting, and he said, I think the total contract is $69,000, and we've already paid 10, but we have invoices for another 4 to 5. But I believe, is the term of that contract through December? I don't remember what the term of the contract is.
It was for the 2018, I'm sorry.
The term of the contract?
Correct.
It goes through the end of the school year,
Correct.
and then we didn't have any summer guards in there, so it did stop at the end of this school year, this coming June. Then it would have picked back up in September through December,
In a new contract.
in the new, if we wanted to, yeah. No, it's still underneath the same contract.
Right, so the 69,000 includes
Correct.
September, the 4 months,
Yes,
September through
yes.
December.
Yes.
And can you, just, when we talked about the contract last time, when does I know Rebecca met with the school board president, superintendent, and we talked about sharing the costs next contract, is that after December?
I'm sorry, Nathan, I thank you for applying, I was just about to reference the calendar. The contract is only for the 2018-19 school year, so it just goes from August 6, 2018 to June 30th of 2019. And at the time when that decision was made, if you'll recall, there was some discussion about only wanting 1 year of a contract. And then there was an additional request, and I don't know if this is what you were alluding to, is that the board had desired to have communication with the school district, and there was a suggestion that they pay for half of the cost of crossing guards moving into the next school district year, which would be 2019 and 2020. So that information was communicated to the district, and something that we would still need to proceed with in terms of the future discussion of the contract.
But they were decided in our meeting, from what I remember.
Correct, that meeting,
Our meeting.
yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, so we did meet with President Shaw and Superintendent Davis.
Correct.
You mentioned this, and there was no objections at that time.
And that meeting occurred in the fall of 2018.
Right after, yeah.
Following some of our budgetary discussions. So one of the things that the superintendent communicated to me this spring was that the school board will view this as more of an operational issue and something that, I'm welcome to sit down and communicate with him. Their board would not have an opportunity to take up any additional requests or information until after, I believe the next meeting is April 9th.
And that's for the next contract anyways.
Correct, and that would be for the next contract.
But it'll be before they do adopt their budget, correct?
That would be the goal. So the school district passes their budget no later than, their new fiscal year starts July 1. So what I had expressed to the superintendent today is that we will want to be in discussion with them very shortly in April, because as you can imagine, it takes us a couple months to ramp up in our budgetary process. And so we'll want to have a discussion.
We'll take public comment after all the trustees have gotten their questions answered, and then I'll call and cover.
So does this cause any problem hiring 7 hourly people? There's benefits, or there's
So
hourly?
in the memo, I think one of the first things that they talked about